In today's video, we're going to be talking about 8 common mistakes that people make during the summertime. We are not doing these 8 things this summer. We're going to tell you what we're doing instead. These mistakes that people tend to make during the warmer weather cost you extra money, and it also costs you your peace. Welcome to the channel, Frugal Money Saver, sweet friends. My name is Emmy, my husband's Paul. We are so happy you have joined us today. We are loving this warm weather. Here in the Northeast, summer is short and our winters are super long. So we try to make the best and the most out of every summer day and night we are afforded. Let's get right to this video. Number 1, Paul and I are not going to be stagnant this summer. We are going to continue prioritizing lifelong learning. There are so many free programs and classes out there to constantly stimulate us, teach us, gain insight from. Paul and I took advantage of one of these programs just the other day, completely free. It was an emergency preparedness class. And I am gonna step out of the camera for a little while and I'm gonna let Paul talk briefly about it, show you what we got from the class, and how prioritizing lifelong learning keeps us from being stagnant. Staying motivated, keeping our brain active is so important. So without further ado, here's Paul.
Hey everybody, it's Paul. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's good to see you all. So the other day, Emmy signed up for a class at our local library that was a joint venture between the Department of Homeland Security and the New York State Civilian Preparedness, I believe that is, Civilian Preparedness Corps. And they had 2 military personnel there. They had some people that were experts in preparing for a disaster. Going to a course like this for a refresher makes a lot of sense because there's some things you know, there's some things you've kind of forgot about, and there's also some things that you'll learn. And this was a great class. It was only about an hour and 20 minutes long. Boy, we learned a lot of stuff, and it's good to know. I mean, we have extreme heat, we have extreme cold, we have extreme weather, tornadoes in some places, you have bad storms, ice, hail, Listen, it's always good to have some plan to get out or get safe. And what they offered us in this class, which was absolutely amazing, was a starter kit called a grab and go bag. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this thing. Zipper pouches. It's even got a reflective front on there. This is called a grab and go bag. And what you do is you put things in this bag and you keep it locally in your house, someplace where if you have to go, you grab it and go. And it's got things that you could use. And guess what? It came filled with things that we could use. Let me show you what we got here. We have a collapsible water bottle. Looks like a good size one with a handle on it. Fill it up with fresh water, you have fresh water. They gave you a glow stick. Leave a trace or a trail or just be seen. A flashlight with batteries, LED. A whistle in case you get trapped in some sort of a situation. Maybe you're in a car in a snowstorm and somebody's yelling, "Where are you?" Blow the whistle. A small first aid kit. Everyone should have a first aid kit. A roll of duct tape. There's a million uses for duct tape. A pocket AM/FM radio. Be able to hear what's going on out there in the public. They gave you an emergency blanket. These are one of these silver blankets you see on TV all the time. It can be used in the cold. It can be used in the heat. It grabs your body temperature and holds it in. Perfect for somebody in shock or if you just get caught outside. They gave you a pair of goggles in there. These are, you can't really see them in the plastic, but these are those goggles that you see construction workers use. Very important. Dust, wind blowing, you're in a situation where it's smoky. You don't need stuff in your eyes, that's for sure. They even supplied a small mask. Now, masks we're all used to now, and this is a great thing to have. Here's something we don't think about a lot. Well, I do, but a lot of people don't. This is good, heavy leather work gloves. Why do you want this? Let's say you have to get yourself out of a situation, logs, boards, nails, glass. You got these on. And then finally, plastic drop cloth. Shows somebody painting here. But you can make a shelter with this. You could cover a broken window with this. You can do a lot. This is a great starter kit. It came in this bag, and I'm going to add some other things to this that I have. And we're just going to keep this in our cloakroom by our door where we keep our coat. Hey, if you have to go, grab it and take it with you. So keep an eye out on your local community boards and newspapers and articles, because this was absolutely free. It was an eye-opener what to do and what you can do with what you have and what they give you. So absolutely fantastic.
Number 2, as much as we do like to stay busy, one thing we are not doing this summer is overcommitting our time to things that we really don't want to do or don't have interest in, but almost feel obligated to do. Our time is super precious. So what Paul and I did to combat not being overwhelmed for the next 3 months, we sat down the other morning and we compiled a list of 15 things we would like to do this summer. Now, 15 things in a 3-month period, that's pretty good. I mean, one of them is I want to host the 4th of July party. There weren't big things. They're not big things to do, but they're just things that we want to do. But we also want to take time to just be slow and intentional in what we do. So we will not be overcommitting this summer. And remember, when you overcommit, it usually involves money somewhere along the line. So by backing up a little and doing things you really want to do, your money will go to where you really want it to go. Number 3, we will not be comparing what other people do with their time this summer. Social media is the worst antagonist of comparison. It shows you people on the beaches in Tahiti. It shows you the newest fashions you have to have and the newest trends and all the summer gear you need for the beach and all this stuff that we don't need. You and I both know we don't need it. But it sometimes makes us look around and say, well, maybe that would be nice. Or look how beautiful she looks. Where am I going that I need all new beach outfits? I'm not going anywhere. So the thing is, we really need to not compare, especially this time of year when you see people flying off to exotic places. Now, nothing's wrong with that. That's wonderful if that's what you're choosing to do with your money. But if you're not, don't do it just because the next guy's doing it or the next girl's doing it. We don't want to be comparison junkies. We want to be content with what we have and what we do. Number 4, we will not be wasting money in the grocery store on fresh organic vegetables when we can grow them ourselves. It is so simple and easy to do little container gardening. And we're going to get outside again with Paul in a minute, and we're just going to show you a quick little clip of our container garden, how Paul put it together. And it is just beautiful this year as usual. We don't go crazy. We've got a bunch of different varieties of peppers because we really have good luck growing peppers. This year, I am growing a brand new type of pepper. We are growing the pimento pepper. I love pimento cheese when we go south, and I'm like, I'm going to try to make that here with fresh pimentos. So for those of you who have grown pimento peppers, tell me what your tips and tricks are for making that thrive. We also have poblano peppers. We are doing jalapenos again. We've got 2 different varieties or 3 of tomatoes. We're doing cucumbers, basil, Simple, easy, and just a wonderful little assortment of vegetables that we are not going to have to pay money for from the supermarket. We know they're fresh, we know they're organic, and that's the way to go. So let's get outside with Paul. The first thing Paul does is he goes through the composted soil we have. We have 2 compost containers and we fill them all year long with vegetable scraps and eggshells, things like that, that just compost to make wonderful soil, as you can see. What he's doing here is just separating it. These are the buckets we use. They are food grade buckets. You can get them at your local supermarket, from the bakery. Just check the bottom of the buckets to make sure they are food safe with a stamp. And here Paul's just sitting and he's actually sifting through the composted soil. And he's going to show you exactly what he does. Now these buckets all have drilled holes on the bottom so they can drain the water. And what he does is takes things that are not going to compost well, like these roots, and he separates those. And he's telling you here, don't use them, put them in a separate bucket, and you're just going to discard that. But something that hasn't broken down, like the end of lettuce, that's a great one. Keep that, thumbs up, and that will go right back into the compost pile. Here are all our little plants. They look beautiful. We're so excited. This is the before, and in a couple of weeks, we'll keep you updated. Look at that basil, how beautiful already. There's my cucumbers, peppers. So it's so exciting to be able to grow again. And there are my annual Mother's Day hanging baskets from Paul. Beautiful flowers. Look how green everything is. Here in the Northeast, you have no idea what that means to us. And you know who's chaperoning everything? Miss Dixie Belle Myrtle Magnolia. That is her full name, Dixie Belle Myrtle Magnolia. Number 5, we are not going to put out big bucks for any type of entertainment this summer. Summertime is the best time to take advantage of free entertainment. You have got your pick of outdoor concerts. Every town around us has got a concert for free a different night of the week. We have free outdoor movies in our area. That's super fun. Go to the library and take advantage of the free passes they hand out for local museums and places to sightsee. Great way to save money. But we're not going to be investing heavily in big amusement parks or grand cruises, nothing like that. Not for us this year. Again, not that there's anything wrong with it, but this year we're trying to just simplify and be intentional with our time and our money. Do yourself a favor and check your county and your local town websites, the areas around you, for their upcoming free firework events. There are so many things for free this time of year. This is when you want to save your money because there's just a plethora of activities you and your family can do for near nothing. Number 6, we are not going to waste these beautiful summer days and summer nights doom scrolling on our phones. Technology is so addictive, and you know we have talked about this. I'll be honest with you, I have said this before, I love watching TV at night. I could watch 3 episodes of something I'm binging in a row and have no problem with that. Now in the wintertime, I have the excuse it's cold, I don't want to go out, there's nothing to do, it's dark. But in the summer, Emmy can't use that excuse. So what we need to do is get outside. Get outside, even if you sit on your patio and read a book, crochet, needlepoint, woodwork. I don't care what you're doing. Even if you just sit and listen to the birds. Put your phone down, turn the TV off, enjoy the outdoors. We just came upon a local prayer garden, I guess it would be, in our area. And Paul and I went the other day. And oh my goodness, this is my new favorite spot. And I think, Paul, would it be your favorite spot that we discovered?
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
And we just sat by the water and we just enjoyed each other's company. It was so beautiful. Well, let me just show you what we did. Number 7, another thing I personally am not doing is overcomplicating dinner time, because I could come up with a myriad of excuses. It's hot. I'm sticky and tired and I don't feel like cooking. It will heat up the kitchen. I could come up with a million excuses. No. What we need to do is keep mealtime super simple during the summer. Cold salads, some cold soups even. I make an amazing blueberry soup. Oh, I think I'll show that on the channel. It is so delicious. You can do it with strawberries too. But my point is, keep it simple. Maybe some grilled veggie sandwiches, things like that. Or there may be nights like we're going to show you right now, where you go to the refrigerator, see what you have, and I guarantee you it will be your favorite meal of the week probably. So let's take this camera, turn it around, and get into the kitchen. So let's see what we have in here for dinner, because we want to keep it effortless, frugal, delicious, and nutritious. So first thing I see is I pulled out this pack of grass-fed beef that we got at Stop and Shop last week. It was in the freezer. I took it out last night and put it in here to defrost, which it is. So, okay, I can do anything with the beef. The other day, I had also made some potato salad. I've been telling you, if you can cook stuff in the cool of the morning, you're way better off, and you'll always have extra. We've got some pickles back there, my half glass of unsweet iced tea. I have some croutons back there. This is a strawberry muffin. We've got some apples and oranges, some lettuce and carrots. We've got a whole bunch of cheeses. We've got bacon. All right, so what I think I'm going to do is just do burgers on the grill, which Paul will do because I don't grill outside with the gas grill. I don't even know how to turn the thing on. I'll do some potato salad. We have pickles back there. Our son is coming for dinner tonight, and I know sometimes he loves a fried egg on his burger. I'll ask him if he would like that. And if we want to get really adventurous, there is some bacon here. We could fry up some bacon and make some bacon burgers. So I can see where this is going. In the freezer, I know that I have got a bag of green beans here. I was supposed to take them out of the package the other day when I got them, and Paul vacuum seals them, but he hasn't done that yet, so I want to use them quickly. I do have some chopped spinach in there as well. but I think the green beans will be perfect. So what I'm going to do is just take this package of green beans, put it in a colander, make sure we get them all out, and I'm just going to run them under cold water to defrost them. I apologize if you can hear the fan in the background. It's about 92 degrees here. So now we're keeping this super simple. So what we want to do now that we have defrosted those green beans super fast is I'm just going to put our pan on low. I'm just going to add a little coating of olive oil. Well, it's good for you. Let's add a little more. So delicious. Look at the color. This is the Botticelli extra virgin olive oil. Really good. So we're just going to put that olive oil in, let it heat up. I'm going to add about a clove or two of crushed garlic. So yummy. Just brown this garlic for a few seconds, literally. And then I'm going to take a little of this Italian herb seasoning and add that to the pan. Just to toast up those herbs a little bit. And I'm being pretty generous with this. Now I defrosted these. I'm just going to add them to the pan. Be careful. Will splatter. Be super careful. So now what I'm going to do is just coat these with all that yumminess. So we're just going to cook these for a few minutes. So simple, so easy. And it's so much better than, like I said, just boiling vegetables or opening a can. It's so easy. You only cook it for a few minutes so the house is not getting super hot. I would say these are just about done. They've picked up a little color and they're going to be so yummy. Now what you can do, everybody can dress them the way they like. Paul loves them with a little bit of balsamic vinegar. I like mine with a little bit of Parmesan cheese grated over them. So good. Any leftovers can be stored in the fridge. A really great way to just take a package of frozen string beans and elevate them. I'm going to build my plate with stuff we have already. So Paul grilled some yummy cheeseburgers, and I have got just a little bit left of cottage cheese, so I want to use that up. And cottage cheese as a side dish is a great idea. It's got tons of protein. I take a little bit of everything but the bagel seasoning, and I just put that on. So delicious. The other day I made some potato salad, so I'm going to take just a little bit of that. Now we can't forget the yummy string beans. I'm going to put those right there. This is turning into an absolute feast. Just using stuff we already had in the refrigerator. Be creative. This is another great little side item to have in your refrigerator this time of year. We love the sweet heat chips. Now, some people put them on their burger. I like them on the side. A couple of pickles. And I like just ketchup on my cheeseburger. Some people load it up with onions and everything else. So what do y'all think? I took the beef out the night before, let it defrost in the refrigerator, made some quick frozen green beans, a little potato salad, cottage cheese and pickles. We're ready to eat. Number 8, the final thing we will not be doing this summer is being wasteful. Our goal is to even waste less. Less food, less electricity, less water, less time. Time is precious. The less we waste of it, the better off we are. And I'm talking simple ways to just cut down on these things. We don't have central air conditioning here in our home in New York. So we rely on window units and overhead fans and floor fans, things like that. So what we do is we pull the shades down soon as that sun is coming up. We open the windows in the cool of the morning to let the cool air in. I understand. If you are in the South, oh my gosh, or the Midwest, and it is hot, not all these tips are going to work for you, and you need to be careful. Never, ever let yourself get overheated. It's just as dangerous as being too cold. So you do everything in moderation, please. There are so many ways to conserve on things we use every day. And Paul and I are even trying to get more down and dirty with that kind of thinking. Just a great way to save money, a great way to save resources, a great way to save our pretty little planet. Just to stop and think and say, can I use less of this? Can I not waste this food by cooking it again tomorrow or getting it right into the freezer? Should I buy that extra produce, or is it going to go to waste? So just stopping, thinking, and being a little more intentional when it comes to waste. So we hope this video was helpful. We jam-packed a lot of stuff in it, but we always hope that when you spend time with us, you come away with even a nugget of something that you have learned or that has made your heart smile or the day just feel a little lighter. That's what we really, really hope. Today's question of the day: what is something you are not going to do this summer? Share it with us down below. Tell us what you're not going to do, and if you are doing something instead, like we just shared with you. If not, then just tell us what you're not doing this summer, because it not only encourages Paul and I, but our viewers as well. And we have the best community ever here, and we thank you all for that. So we ask that you please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Come on in and be part of our frugal family. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you.